I'm with Storytelling Australia Victoria, and this year we were lucky enough to get a couple of grants from the Melbourne City Council. It enabled us to put on a show which we called, or a series of shows, which we called Words on the Wind. There were 6 storytelling shows and 8 storytellers were involved, so a couple of us had to double up.
Yeah. Oh, is it? The Eastern Curler?
Eastern Curler!
I doubled up with my good friend, storytelling friend, Teena Hartnett, and we put together a storytelling piece that we called The Ways of Winged Ones and Women. Teena is interested in women's stories, true stories about women, and I have an interest in stories about migratory shorebirds. So we put together a piece trying to fit my passions with hers.
And passengers, when they were coming in, they paid extra money to come right up the river and dock just below at where the immigration museum is. That used to be Customs House, and the ships would turn around and go back out. But if passengers couldn't afford to pay that, then they docked at Sandridge, which is this patch of beach just past Port Melbourne. And the ships stayed out in the bay, and the passengers had to get into little rowboats, and they were rowed to shore. And I think if Nicola got off there, she would have had to hitch up her skirts and
Walk through the swamps.
Walk through the swamps over to Emerald Hill.
She's with me, I can tell. And on the sheltered side, I'll tell you, and on the sheltered side of Sandy Point, there's always pelicans and swans, cormorants, little black and pied, grebes, hoary-headed and crested, ducks, Australasian black. I've seen blue-billed ducks, chestnut teals. I've actually seen pink-eared ducks down there. Yeah? Yeah, pink-eared ducks.
Invaded, but shabby chic. I tried it out, and oh my goodness, the location was perfect. I was booked out all the time. Well, here I stopped paying rent. Airbnb started paying my rent for me. Not only that, I was able to buy a brand new car. I ate out 3 meals a day, 7 days a week. It was really quite lucrative. So Nicola is a woman after my own heart.
So he said my name very clearly. Jackie Karen. And there was a pause, and I waited for someone at the back of the church to stand up and say, "That's the woman!"
The grant gave me the time and a little bit of money to really focus on my ideas about a story show about migratory shorebirds. A show which I'll eventually peel away from the one I did with Teena, and I'll call it Flyway. This is, I'm going to hold this up in front of my face. It's my Eastern Curlew, which was part of the set that I created for us to both use.